You're so good. You're so good. For a little Spanish for everyone in the room, we have some. Gracias a todos. Y ahora, y también gracias a mi amiga, Holly, mi amiga querida, y también a todos. Holly ha dicho que necesitamos levantarnos. Levantarnos para sobrevivir. Levantarnos para tener Medicare y cuidado de salud para todos. Levantarnos para el cambio climático que podrá afectar toda nuestra salud. Levantarnos para vivienda asequible para todos. Y demás, levanta a todos, voces y personas. Levantarnos. Podemos, juntos. Ella se llama Holly Lynch. Es demócrata y neoyorquina por toda su vida. Y para el Congreso, y ella, por toda su vida, se está postulándose para el Congreso del 10º Distrito de Nueva York, y ella prometas que juntos nos levantamos para enfrentar estos desafíos. Y también te recordamos que puedes donar tu tiempo, no solo dinero, a Holly para ayudarla. Gracias a nuevo a todos. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you. And we'll have a Spanish lesson later for everyone. We'll do a quiz later so that everyone knows. Holly speaks fantastic Spanish. Nearly as good as I, hence her line. Really, I mean, I do have Dominican parents, so I've got to speak some. But she speaks really great Spanish. She's done Spanish immersion. I could sit here talking about Holly for a long time, as we know. So my name is Melissa Díaz, and Holly is a very dear friend of mine, of almost a decade. And we have trained together and run a New York City marathon together. We've also laughed and shared plenty of tears together over that same decade. But if you're here tonight, it's probably because you're a friend of Holly's, or you're about to be one, because you're a friend of one of her friends. And we're really happy to have you here and tell you exactly what she's running for and what she's here to do, because she's going to do it. As Holly said, politics as usual. Yay, we're getting the vote now. That's right. So, as Holly said, politics as usual won't stand. Politicians with 27 years in office, like the one in Congress in this district, will have to step aside for the greater good. We need to rise up for change here in NY-10 and in our country. I have undertaken the privilege to rise up as a fundraising director for Dear Holly. For Holly Lynch for Congress, for NY-10 2020 campaign, and you too can rise up for change. Whether you live in this district or not, as fellow Americans, Holly needs your support to fulfill her lifelong calling to help others here in her hometown of NY-10, a key district in our United States where many of us live and or do business, but ultimately a district that all Americans are affected by. What does your support for Holly look like? I'm going to try to map this right out. So time. Time is, of course, money. And yes, you can volunteer your time to Holly's campaign. Money. You knew I had to talk about that. You heard my title earlier. So money, of course, money talks. And Holly is up against not only new challengers, but also an incumbent who's had 27 years to collect money. And he takes corporate PAC money, which Holly is not going to take. Right? So unfortunately, like most great things, congressional campaigns are expensive. And they're a really expensive undertaking. But our livelihood is worth each of us investing in it. Holly has invested her own hard-earned money to the tune of, I'm going to say it, hundreds of thousands of dollars to her commitment to running for Congress for 2020 to help her fellow New Yorkers and Americans. That's a lot of money. I don't have that kind of money. And it's still not enough. All that money and it's still not enough. So every dollar we give counts. If today you can contribute just $1, $20, $1,000 if you're feeling like your pocket's a little heavy. All of that, and if you want to ask us what the individual donation limit is, we will be happy to tell you, of course. But anything and everything you can give today or on a monthly recurring basis, it will all help. And one other thing that we can all do is if you take out your trusty little phone, I'm sure we all have them, most of them connected to us, you can text Team Holly. So 2 words. If anyone wants to, you grab your phone. It's going to give everybody a minute. It's going to be easy because this is how you, it's the easiest way to help Holly today. You pull out your phone. We can do it together. It's very simple. New text. We're going to put in 2 words, Team Holly, T-E-A-M, space, H-O-L-L-Y, and you're going to text that to the number 3339. Again, the number's
There's 4 3s.
There's 4 3s. Help me out. I'm going a little like Biden here. So 3, 3, 9. 4 3s and a 9. You text Team Holly to it, the 2 words with the space in between, and you are now a part of Team Holly. And you'll get updates. You'll see a question, let us know your first name. You'll be able to enter your contact information. And that's how you can sign up for more info, volunteer, or donate here. And we'll tell you all about the volunteers who can help you with signing up for that as well. So for also tonight, there are volunteers around the room in Holly t-shirts. You'll see Holly Lynch or Rise Up New York. And they can hook you up with a Holly t-shirt too, because you know you want one, right?
Walk out with a t-shirt.
That's right, you know you want one. And then there's other swag, other Holly swag as well. But they can also take your name, your email, and keep you informed on the campaign. They can sign you up to volunteer in any way you can, and or take a donation that again you can make today or as a recurring monthly basis. That is not tax deductible, but it is conscience deductible. Because it's going to go to a human that is here to help her fellow New Yorkers and Americans of every age, of every race, sexual orientation, and even New York City pizza preference. Everyone, literally. Of course, please come by and talk to Holly, myself, or any members of the team. Again, with Holly t-shirts or otherwise, we're happy to identify them if you have any questions. But thank you again, everyone, for being here to support Holly. Especially Carell and her team. They have made this an election-winning event. This
That's right.
Thanks, Drew, for the extra laughter. You'll hear some more from him shortly as well, because he is funny. Thank you to Stephanie, who's in the light blue here. This is Holly's campaign manager. Who I'm pretty sure is live streaming back in the corner. She's the campaign assistant, and she is the one who keeps the lights going. We've all had, thank you both for your already many long nights. We have many more to come. And, you know, please be sure to say hi and to wish Holly luck on yet another marathon, right? Another marathon that she's undertaking. But for those of us who run or do anything worth doing, we know that whether you're running that marathon in your mind or on your feet, it's just a lot of small 5Ks or chunks, right? You don't have to take it all on at once, literally. And you just take that on before the triumph of crossing the finish line. And then one more little update since you're here. You get to save the date. Next Friday, the 27th of September, is Holly's birthday. So we're going to have another celebration of Holly for her birthday at her apartment on the Upper West Side. Everyone who's here, you'll get the details if you're around in town. But naturally, we will have many more events. The primaries happen June 23rd for when Holly gets the Democratic nomination. Yeah. And then general elections on November 3rd, if I didn't mess that one up as well, to go ahead and be our next Congresswoman in the 10th Congressional District of New York for Holly. So together, we can rise up New York and rise up Holly. Thank you. So I'm just going to clarify with the text. If anyone was having difficulties with the text, the volunteer table, as we called it, is just in the back. You can double check. But to repeat it just one more time, the number, since I'll say it correctly, 4 3s, so that's 3339. No, and you have 33339. And then the Team Holly in the words.
No, you're going to text the number 3339.
No, 3339.
All right, so I'm going to repeat it at the microphone. So you have to send a text to a number, and then within the comments, as in for your text, you will put in the 2 words Team Holly. But again, if anyone's having trouble, there's a wonderful volunteer table where you can ask.
You can find me as well.
Everyone, and back to you.
If you get a text back that says, "Welcome to Team Holly," you've counted the right amount of 3s. So, congratulations. Y'all, thank you so much for coming out. Hang out, have some more drinks, have some more meatless goodies, and donate. Y'all have a good night.